What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be going over how to make some hyperpop melodies, and I'm going to go from the start to finish process. This video is to celebrate the release of my absolutely free hyperpop melody pack, which you can go grab over on the website for free. All you need to do is just pop in your email, or if you're already on the list, you can grab a free download over on the free downloads page I sent you before in your email. This pack has got 39 melodies, 152 stems, all in 32-bit WAVs. It also has 25 serum presets included and 34 MIDI files included as well. And these MIDIs are fantastic. They're not just basic chords, they're like proper melodies, chords, bass line, top line. They're cool, all right? Anyway, let's hop into Ableton. And I've opened a serum, and usually what I do is I start off with serum and I start off with a preset. I'm going to be using one of the hyperpop presets that's included in the free pack, and it's SY Tape Stop. I absolutely love this one. It's probably my favorite one I made. It's so simple, but it sounds awesome. I want to write this in G minor, and I know we have a C minor in G minor, so I'm going to start drawing C minor in. Oh, first also I'm going to pop this up to 154. Generally when you're writing hyperpop, you either want to use a minor key, or you also want to use the Mixolydian or the Dorian. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw these notes in, and to draw a minor, all I'm doing is doing 1, 2, 3 semitones up, 4 semitones from that, 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom, you got your minor chord straight there. Major is a little different. You literally just pop this one up. Now I'm going to play that chord, have a listen to it. Sounds cool, but I don't really like it too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a 7th in, and this is just that B flat, sorry. That's sounding a bit cooler, but to make this sound really cool, I want to invert it. So I'm going to pop this G down. I'm also going to pop this D down and this A. Then we're going to get a C in the bass, and we're going to double the octave. Sounds awesome already. So I've got this first chord here. Let's have a listen again. Duh. I want something like that. So I'm going to find the note that makes that noise. Duh. Duh. Yeah, there we go. So we got the A, so we're starting from the 7th this time, but we want this to be like one of the lead notes. So we don't want the chord to start from there. We want to try and find a chord that makes that up. So from G, we could probably use G minor next, actually. I'm going to pop this an octave down. Yeah, that's about the right. I think that's the 7th. Yeah, here we go, that's good. Right, let's put the D down. Oh, yeah, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go, so we got a D. What can we get on a D out of G minor? So I'm going to try a D minor 7th here, so I'm just going to put this down an octave, and we're going to draw the minor, which was 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we got the D. I think I want that just before the last chord. I want something here before, so dun, dun, dun. That chord again, not that chord, that note again, but I think it's a different chord. So what else we got in G minor? Let's try an E flat. Yeah, something like that. That's already sounding cool. But I want this last one to be like da 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 da. I'm going to duplicate this across to the next 4 bars, and I'm probably going to swap the chords around and maybe change the inversions, but we're just starting off with a basic chord progression so far. First, I want to go back to this E flat, put some bass notes in, and I also want to move this A down, give it a little bit of a lower tone, and invert it. I'm going to put that D down. I'm also going to invert this as well. Let's take the A. I'm not maybe sure about that A being there. Maybe let's go for the C in the bottom. So we've duplicated that all over. What I want to start doing is writing a melody. I know I'm in G minor, so I'm just going to use a G minor scale. Da, 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 something like that. Da. Here we go. Dum, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, okay, that's sounding cool, man. Duh. Da, 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 da. Yeah, okay, cool. I like that. So let's delete that again. We're gonna copy this back over, but we're gonna change these notes around. So maybe we're gonna move this up an octave. Change the melody notes around a little bit. Move up this note. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a cool melody. But now this is what we've got. We've got the chords and the bass notes underneath. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this melody and I'm just gonna duplicate it on the channel. And then I'm pretty much just gonna take away the chord information on this because we want the melody to be playing on this. So we're just gonna take out all those bottom notes there. Okay, so that one needs to go, that one needs to go, that one needs to go, and they need to go as well. Cool, so we've basically got our melody line left. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up a serum preset and I'm probably gonna use a lead from the Hyperpop pack. Let's try the Pied Piper out, see how that sounds. And I'm gonna take this away, or I'm just actually, first of all, I'm gonna work on this because I don't like how jumpy this is right now. I liked it before, but with this particular lead, it needs to change. If we take out those two, take out those as well, and let's just get these. And what I'm doing is I'm just selecting all the top notes of these chords because I want to keep the top notes because they're extensions. I'm just gonna press 0 to deactivate that, and then we're gonna play around with this lead. So let's take this out. Just get that out. Yeah, okay, I'm liking that lead now. Cool, so we got the chords sorted out, we got the lead sorted out. Now we're gonna go ahead and add a bass. And for the bass, all we're gonna do is we're literally just gonna layer this. So we're gonna delete everything we got here until we've only got the bass note left. And then we're gonna open up another serum preset. What I really like is the thick square sub. I wanna start adding some different stuff in. So maybe like copying these over, making them shorter. Make this shorter. I'm gonna call that bass, and then I'm maybe not gonna use this, probably maybe use something else. Let's go for the Oompa Loompa, let's see what that sounds like. Cool, so I quite like that bass underneath. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get an 808. And to add the 808, we're just gonna add a drum loop in. You know what, I actually want one of the synths from my Purple Slush pack, the boom guitar. We got that bass going on for like a little bit of a variation, then we're just going to put a simple 808 in there just to layer it. So let's take one of the 808s from the Hyperpop pack. Let's go for Alien. We want to get these like on the kick drums. We got something like that. I don't think I like this bit here. I think that's muddying things up. We need another one here. Just get this before maybe. Cool, so we got our 808 pattern there. I'm not sure whether I like the Apex 808 on that, but let's just try another one. I like that 808, but it goes on way too long, so we need to sort out the decay on this and the release. Yeah, I I like that. Cool, so I'm probably gonna turn the chords down now. I'm gonna turn this lead down. I'm definitely gonna turn the 808 down. I'm definitely gonna turn this bass down. And what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna mix it. So to start off, to mix this, I'm gonna get an EQ8. I'm gonna put it on the bass, the funky bass we got going on over the top of the 808. And I'm just gonna roll out the lows because we don't want these two basses to clash. Probably gonna go up to about 100 Hertz. Because really, I only want the mid frequencies just to shine through a little bit. Then we're also going to probably put some saturation on this, and what I like to do is I like to go soft tube saturation knob. And to be totally honest with you, I'm probably going to split this up into a multi-band. So to split this up into a multi-band, what I do is I go into the audio effect rack and I grab my multi-band rack here, which is basically just 3 chains set up within a chain. So we've got the low chain, which just solos the lows, and we've got the mid and the high. The mid solos the mid, and the high solos the high. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this saturation and I'm just gonna pop it on the mid and high because I don't really want to affect the lows. I'm gonna keep it on keep high and then push this up a little bit. Just adding a really nice harmonic distortion. Then I'm also probably going to duplicate this channel, put it into an instrument rack, and we're going to duplicate the serum. We're going to do serum low and serum high, and then we're going to put the +12 on here of the pitch. On the high one, we're going to go +12. We're going to grab another EQ8, put it on the high, and we're going to scoop out most of the lows here up to 200 so we're not interfering with the other, and just pull this down. But can you hear how that's just really filling out the body of this bass? And if we have a listen with the other bass, they're not clashing. Then on this 808, I kind of want to add a little bit more attack to it. And to be honest, I'm not going to do that in the preset. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the wave smack attack on here, and we're just going to increase the attack. We're also going to grab an EQ for later because we're going to do some lows on here as well. I'm going to boost the lows with the EQ as well. And I'm also going to get my multi-band rack as well for some distortion afterwards because I don't really want it to affect the low. Then I'm going to get some saturation on this. I'm going to go for the saturation knob, put it on the mid and high, and we're going to do the exact same thing where we put it on the keep high. Then we're going to do the exact same thing again. We're going to duplicate this 808. We're going to go low, high, and then we're also going to grab the pitch on the MIDI effect. Up we go to +12. Make this down low. Put an EQ on that to take out the lows from that high one. That sounded really cool to me. I might want to also maybe add a little bit of stereo to this bass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the S1 imager from Waves, and we're going to put it on the mid and high over here, and we're just going to spread the stereo image a little bit. Also want to put maybe a tiny little reverb on this bass just to give it that extra. I'm going to pop it on the mid and high again so we're not affecting the lows. We're just going to low cut as well just in case anything does come through. And I'm probably got a 2-second reverb on it. Really add some nice space to that. We might put some fresh air on that later on, but that is just minute detail. So we'll listen with everything. That is sounding cool. So what I'm gonna do for the chords is I'm actually gonna take the bass notes out of these now because we've got the bass note coming in on the 808 and the other bass. So we just wanna clean up this low end here. And I think I wanna double this. I want. want to change these chords around as well, like slightly, because now with the drum melody, it sounds a little bit different. Lovely, that is awesome. So we've removed the bass note and we've just added a few more chords in here because of the drum loop. It needs to fit with the drum loop better because we got the kicks hitting here and it just sounds a little bit more kind of flowy with the beat that we've got. So we're going to work on the chords and we're going to take out the lows here. So let's have a listen. We want to work with the lead as well, so let's put an EQ on the lead and we want to find out where that lead's really singing. It's about 1K. So we want to take 1K out of the chords because the chords are going to clash. Just gives it a little bit more. Probably going to push this up slightly on the chords. Then we're gonna take this back to about 12. Cool, so that sounded cool. Let's get this lead. We're gonna take this back to about 6. I want some more reverb on this particular, so let's pop the reverb on the mix up a bit. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get another reverb on this. Then what I like to do on the chords is I like to put an S1 on them, and I'm either going to push the chords out or I'm going to bring them in. So for this one, I think I'm going to bring them in to about 70. Just gives that lead an extra like width, even though like we're taking away width, we're giving the lead a, like more space basically. Then if we go into the audio effect rack, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up my S1 rack, which is basically it's just all the S1s on a multiband. So I've got S1s on the mid and high and the mid and high completely. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna change the stereo of the mid a little bit in. And we're going to get the high as well. And we're going to push the high out a little bit on the lead. Then I might put this lead down an octave again. We're also probably going to get some saturation on this lead too, and maybe some fresh air. So I'm just going to pop this on here. Let's get the highs up. This up an octave again. Then what I'm going to do is I kind of like the mix of this right now. Maybe the lead needs to go down a tiny bit more. And I'm just going to group these up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck an OTT on the whole thing. We're going to chuck an OTT on there. We're going to deal with that in a minute. We're also going to put soothe on there as well to remove some of the resonances, the harsh resonances that are coming through. And we're also going to put a limiter on there as well. I really like the L3 Ultra Maximizer. I think it's awesome. But there's also the L316. The L316 is really cool actually. We're going to use the L316 for this. So for the OTT, we're just going to have a listen. Okay, I like it like that. I'm going to pull it back down to about 30. Just giving it an extra little bit of height to the melody. Then we're going to go into soothe and we're going to start listening in the delta mode and just listening for the nasty resonances. So around here we got a lot of whistling going on. Take some of the 3K out as well. Probably go a little bit around here. Pull this back in to around there, and then let's turn off the listen mode and let's kind of like it at that depth. I'm gonna get the L316 and let's just open up a preset. I really like this Enhanced 2. It's really good for EDM type stuff. Maybe a little bit too much bass on that one though. So we're gonna pull that down. Pull this high end down as well. Way too much going on there. It's about 2. This is probably exciting it a bit too much. That's sounding cool to me right now. I really like that melody. I might even go ahead and get the melody, resample it down here, and then maybe reverse it or change around the pitch of things. So if we solo that. Cool, this is sounding cool. Let's go down to 5. Then on the EQ, we'd basically have to take those lows down a little bit, tame those lows. Maybe let's go up to 3. I think 5 sounds a bit too much. That is a wicked, wicked, wicked melody. The last thing I do with these melodies is I run them through CLA NX. CLA NX just like simulates a room environment for your studio. So if you don't have, as you can see, it's head tracking me right now, double me all the way, and it tracks my movements so I can like hear with the speakers and things like that. If we open up CLA NX, it basically just simulates an environment. And what I really want to listen is main, because usually what happens in your headphones is you kind of over mix bass and you turn it up a bit too much. So it then causes it to like distort on an actual system. And as you can hear, it's already way over, man. What I'd usually do is I'd go in here and I'd turn down the bass until it stopped distorting. But if that wasn't the issue and that's destroying the character of the bass, I'm basically gonna use something called Soothe. And on Soothe, I'm basically gonna, let's open it up and I'll show you what I do. We could turn band 3 off and we're just gonna bring it down all the way down here. And we're gonna grab this little Q thing and we're gonna find out where that really ringy frequency is in the bass. So if I turn off CLA NX for a minute, it's here. It's at 63. So at 63, we're going to keep that up, turn the listen off, and then we're going to put the depth up a little bit, and we're just going to like high pass the rest. As you can hear, we're listening for that to stop causing the distortion. So if we turn off Soothe, crazy, man. That's just horrible. This is what we check. On Soothe, it's not really distorting anymore. That is an awesome melody. It's done. So as always, I've got a bonus tip at the end of this video for you, is if you go over to the website, you can actually download all the melodies available in this pack for free over on the website. It comes with tons of wicked melodies and MIDIs that are all the same caliber of this, if not better, because I spent more time on them. You also get all the Serum presets that I've been using in this video and a ton of other cool stuff. So go down there, grab it for free. You just need to type your email in. Other than that, if you want to support the channel, you can do so by buying one of our products over on our websites, or you can hit the subscribe button and the like button and leave a comment. And that is it. That's me out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the melody. I did. And that's all that matters, really, to be honest. Yeah. See you in a bit.